What's good with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Prophet. We back with another video. Y'all know what time it is. We got David Dobrik, the original YouTube psycho. A lot of niggas been getting exposed lately, so this shit ain't apparently this ain't gonna be no different. Let's go check it out.
I randomly found myself on this side quest to find out who
if you don't know who David Dobrik is, goddamn, can't talk. He a YouTuber, hella subscribers, millions of subscribers, all that shit. And you know them niggas be doing some low down dirty shit sometimes.
Worst YouTuber in existence is. We've already covered EDP, we've done Johnny Somali, we've done Jack Dorothy, and today we find ourselves at David Dobrik. Now I basically figured out what all the YouTubers have in common. They will do anything for likes and views, and their grasp of human emotion is not up there with the best of them. Y'all seen that movie Nightcrawler? Jake Gyllenhaal's character, if you've seen it, you know who I'm talking about. That is
I ain't never seen that.
Specifically Jack Dorothy and David Dobrik are. If you haven't seen the movie, it's basically this guy with like an insane lack of social awareness who will film any newsworthy content no matter how tragic and insane just for views. No, let's talk about David Dobrik. See, David Dobrik had a problem. He would do anything for the views, and I mean anything. And people first began to understand this because of what happened to his friend named Jeff. The crazier the content, the more people would tune in. So David Dobrik decides to get a group of his friends, grab a crane, and swing his friends around the crane. David's lawyer probably said, David probably said, that's my name, don't wear it out. All right, everybody, line it up. His friends say, yeah, let's do it. Where the crane operator? David said, he right here. David hops inside the crane. He starts swinging his friends around. He swings around one friend. The friend flies over. Boom, crashes. Everyone rushes over to the friend to see if he's okay. David said, we got that. And of course, David posts a video. Now, here's where the problems.
Whoa.
Okay, David said, we got that. And of course, David posted a video. Now, here's where the problems start. See, his friend flew over and fell. Us on YouTube don't know how much is fake, how much is not. Well, his friend comes out and says, oh no, this is very real. I'm in the hospital. He almost lost his eye, broke a bunch of things, had a host of injuries. But he doesn't really blame David for what happened. So everyone's like, okay, all good. The friend Jeff must have consented to this. This was probably just like some sort of freak accident, no biggie. And while of course it most definitely appeared to be a freak accident, David probably shares a little bit of blame in this, right? Well, everyone else thought so. So a deal was basically formed. Jeff, you come out, you say,
bro, I'm suing you, bro. You got to see me in a court of law, my guy. What you mean, bro? I agreed to this video, but I ain't agree for all this shit. You got to pay for my hospital. You got to pay for this shit. And we got to fight. When I get healthy, we got to fight too. What you mean, bro? That's fucked up.
Oh, it was like a freak accident.
You swing me off a crane and I'm just going to let it go?
Pay for my medical bills because they're pretty expensive. David said, that sounds like something a normal, healthy adult would do. I say, yes, I will help you. Everyone said, woo! David don't help him. David said, y'all not listening. I say yes. That don't mean I'm going to do it. And now it's time for our story break with our sponsor, ExpressVPN.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Important to be down and said, yo, he threw me. Everyone said, what you talking about, Jeff? He said, look at that video again. Look at the dude in the swinging thing. It's David. He threw me. Everybody said, ain't no way. David. David said, David just didn't say anything about it. But then Jeff comes out and says, oh, and also David's not helping pay for my medical bills. This time everyone was like, David. So David had to say something. David says, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. Jeff had the audacity to get hurt. Shout out my boy. Love, but come on, bro. And this is when David starts getting some heavy backlash. People are like, David, you know this isn't about you, right? Scratch that. Don't even answer that. Let's start looking into more videos. People start going back and seeing if he has this behavior in other videos. And lo and behold, he does. And here's where it starts to get wicked. By the way,
now, I never watched David Dobrik videos. I never watched the nigga shit, obviously. But that's some crazy shit, bro. Like, why? Like, why?
Jeff
at least pay for the man.
I don't know what happened after that. But I believe David's dragging the suit out in court. Anyway, people go back to David's videos and find out he's being pretty harsh to his friend. Like weird, not understanding harsh. He keeps making fun of his friend's height. Video after video, his friend's visibly uncomfortable. His friend tells him, yo, David, I don't rock with those jokes. Like, you're taking it a little too far. David says, okay. Well, you're out the group then. Gone. The black friend, ooh, you already know he about to go crazy with that when he does blackface in a few videos. David said, funny, right? His friend says, not really though. David says, well, you know what'd be even funnier? He tells that same African-American friend, all right, look, we got this girl that you're about to kiss like for the shot, but she's gonna wear like a mask. His friend said, all right, cool. And well, it turns out the person under the mask is not a girl, but a middle-aged man. David does.
What is wrong with this nigga, bro? What is
Well,
good?
it turns out the person under the mask is not a girl, but a middle-aged man.
You set the man up to kiss another man, bro. I gotta hit you, bro. You gotta you gotta up pipe, you gotta fight, you gotta do something, bro. There's no way, bro. He set you up to do that, and y'all still cool, and you still wanna, I don't get it, bro.
David does the voice. Ha, we gotcha. This is the middle-aged man. His friend goes, what? David goes, ah. You get his reaction on camera? But this joke was actually much darker than it seemed. See, that's
all he cared about is getting the shit on camera.
From a place called Compton, California, which is on the rougher side as far as city goes. Now, instead of explaining the relationship between rough cities and not rocking with guys kissing guys, let me just put it to you like this. The people in his name is Seth. The people in Seth's neighborhood are not going to take too kindly to him kissing another guy. Don't never let him forget. So Seth tells David, dude, I told you about my neighborhood and all that. That's not cool. David says, but it is cool. In fact, David doubles down. He goes on a podcast and says, my favorite prank that I've ever played was making my friend Seth kiss another dude. Why?
Bam! 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 Right there in his jaw, bro. You gonna go on a podcast and say that, bro? And you post it on YouTube, like, bro, it's no way, bro. You getting one of them. I gotta up it on you. I gotta do something, bro. You gotta feel me. We going to the courtroom, bro. Something. I'ma hack into your shit. I'ma do something, bro. I gotta get some get back for that. Some type of way, bro. I'm just being real, bro.
Because of the fact that people in Seth's neighborhood are not gonna take kindly to that. That's why I thought it was funny. It's like David can't help himself. He just doesn't understand. Moving on. He constantly filmed one of his friends, Trisha, while she's having arguments with her significant other. She's telling them a lot of times, "Lo, you gotta stop doing that. These are like really serious arguments we're having." Of course, David says no. He thinks the more serious, the better. David wants to get closer. He films them in the shower at one point. They're like, ha, David. Doing David's like, no consent.
Imagine if David was black. It'd be a whole different boy.
Any of this, he's just going. Now, here's where it starts to get wicked. Business Insider then comes out with
it ain't already wicked?
Article saying, oh, we're playing the David's Insane game? We got something for you. They did an investigation and they found one of David's old vlogs. It's David and a couple of his friends inviting some college girls over. Now, if Dave is a weirdo, chances are he got some weirdo friends. But these weirdos are being pretty inappropriate with these girls. Specifically, David's friend, whose name I forgot. I'm not gonna give him the respect of looking it up, so we're just gonna call him Corny Guy. Specifically, Corny Guy, who just keeps pouring this girl drinks. But the girl, according to the laws of the United States of America, can't technically drink, but he keeps pouring. They keep filming. Corny Guy then takes the girl to a room with another girl, and the worst thing you can imagine happens. How do I know the worst thing you can imagine happens? Because David doesn't stop filming. They start going over to the door like, is Corny Guy doing what I think he's doing? And they make it seem like it's all good, it's all great for the camera. But in reality, the person who went inside with Corny Guy and girl with a lot of drinks came out and said, something bad just happened, and I'm a witness. David and them said, we're gonna take this part out of the vlog. But there's so much evidence of the girl not being able to walk, them helping her out of the apartment. David and his friends saying, yo, we just did something wild last night. Somebody says, illegal last night. David says, yeah. And people come out and confirm the story. There's no running away from it. So David has to apologize. And his apology is, not my fault. Everybody said, no, David, try again. He said, try again. He makes another apology. He said, this is my fault because those were my friends. I was like, yeah. He's like, and I shouldn't have allowed them to do that? I was like, and he makes what people call a halfway decent apology. But in my opinion, that first apology kind of told you everything you need to know. It was enough for a good amount of people to accept his apology, but not enough to keep his empire going. People are like, nah, David, that's not it. So he stops posting on YouTube. But remember everything we talked about in this video. David and his emotional not understanding. Y'all think he hopped off YouTube and was like, let me just take a break. What I'm doing ain't right. No, that's what he wants you to think. He's on something called Snapchat. He quite literally just made a business decision. YouTube people don't like me, so let me rebrand. He goes on Snapchat and starts posting on Snapchat and making a lot of money. He basically...
Now that I think about it, I done seen his story before. That shit be long as fuck. I be tapping through this shit. I be like, bro, goddamn. I didn't tap through that nigga shit a couple times before. And I had to hit the button where I said stop seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you hold the shit down and you just get rid of the nigga because his shit kept popping up and I'm steady tapping through. Like David Dobrik posts 30,000 times a day.
Cut his losses and decided to lay low. Now, his views on Snapchat aren't like the views that he used to get on YouTube, but it still seems he's able to sustain himself with a huge chunk of cash. But anyway, yeah, that's what David Dobrik is doing. And I have a request. I'm not really on social media like that, like I told y'all in my last video. So I missed out on a lot of these huge, insane YouTube moments. Tell me another person to cover who's an insane YouTuber and we're gonna vote like who's the worst of the worst at the very end.
That's crazy work.
Stello, the powerful glucose